Hi folks, my name's Darren and welcome to another episode of Does It Bass. Now it has been said that the Line 6 Helix 3.0 update along came Poly has been one of the most important and best ones to date. Now I must say that I do agree with that. And obviously with all the Poly stuff that's included in the most recent update as well as the subsequent bug fix in 3.01, some of the pitch shifting abilities are incredible. Now as a bass player, I'm sure I'm not on my own in this camp, but have you ever turned up to a gig and the singer said, my throat is a bit bad today. Any chance we can play these songs in a key or two down? Or have you ever gone to an open mic night and the guy playing guitar has got it tuned in E flat or D standard? Well, it has happened to me many times. And even though I predominantly play a 5-string bass, this can still be a royal pain in the ass. But for a number of years now, I've used this. This is the Digitech The Drop. It is pretty much the best drop tuner pitch shifter thing on the market in my eyes, even though it does only shift down. Unlike its bigger brother, the BuyMeACoffee, which can go down or up. And the Digitech Drop is just the downside of it. Should I say the downside of it? Meh. But since the 3.0 update, I've been experimenting with a lot of the pitch shifting stuff. Now I don't mean Tom Morello style whammies or anything like that. I mean different bass tunings, different guitar tunings. Just to play around, do a few things, play some different songs, and I've had some great results. But how does it compare with the Digitech Drop for bass? Now I know in real world situations, if you've got a 5-string bass, the likelihood of you actually going any lower than 5 intervals below is slim to none, because that's the whole point of having a 5-string bass. You've got that extra range below the E down to the B. But as I said, sometimes transposing on the fly can be a nightmare. So I came up with this test. I'm going to put the Digitech Drop to the test up against the Line 6 Helix Poly pitch effect. With both pedals, I'm going to record a bass line and a guitar line, and I'm going to put them through each one. Starting off at 0, so off, all the way down to -5. So for a song that's going to be in E, we're going to transpose it down to B, and all the intervals in between. It's worth noting that on the Poly pitch on the Line 6 Helix, I've got it set to X stable, and the mix is at 100% on it, whereas the Drop doesn't have those options. It's either on or off. Now I should caveat this before we go into the test, that one of the main reasons I'm actually doing this test is for my benefit. Imagine having the power to shift from E standard to C standard at the click of a switch without me having to go back to the rack every time to do this. So I have been looking at buying a HX Stomp to go in one of the effects loops of the Helix rack and then control the pitch shifting by MIDI. But that's just an idea for now, and we'll see what the results of this test bring. So who knows, I may have a Digitech Drop up for sale very soon. Please stick around until the end of the video to see the results of the test, and obviously let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the test itself. Which one do you prefer, which one do you think works best, and what other options you use for your pitch shifting or down tuning. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content like this, and also feel free to donate to the channel on my BuyMeACoffee account. So this test is going to be a blind A/B test, at least for you guys. As I said, I recorded a guitar line and a bass line, and used either the Drop or the Line 6 Helix to bring the tuning down in each phrase. Initially I recorded the riffs straight into Logic, and then I set up the sends on Logic to go to channel 7 and channel 8, which are the outputs into the Helix via USB, coming through the Helix, coming back out into channel 5 and 6, and re-recording each phrase with the pitch shift. Kind of like reamping. I'm not going to be doing any hard panning left and right, everything is going to stay centre, but I will ping all the changes up on the screen. But we're not going to show the results until the end of the video. So, here we go. So that's how everything sounded in a mix. But as this is predominantly a bass channel, I'm going to take out the drums, take out the guitar, and just leave the bass in. Here we go. Now I've got to be honest, those are some pretty interesting results. I know which one I preferred to my ears, these things, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you said that A was the drop and B was the poly pitch on the Line 6 Helix, you'd be incorrect. A was the Line 6 Helix poly pitch and B was the Digitech The Drop. My preference was A, even though there was a slight volume loss every time we dropped down an interval, whether it be on the Helix or on the Drop. I personally thought it sat in the mix a little bit better, and it did actually sound better after every interval went down. So I think the Drop will be going, and I will be looking to get a HX Stomp. That HX Stomp is going to live in the rack. I'm going to hook it up to the Helix rack via a 4 cable method, create a few presets for different tunings with purely the pitch shifting on there, add a few switches to my Helix control via the command center, and then for bass or guitar I've got different tunings at my feet. Almost like a Variax type thing, but without the different bass models. And Line 6, if you're listening, please bring out the new bass Variax. Please, and make it really pretty. Anyway guys, like I said, let me know in the comments below exactly what you think, which your preference was, and what you use for your pitch shifting if you do at all. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, check out my other videos, and tip me on my BuyMeACoffee account if you do so wish. But until next time, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you soon.